Welcome back to the Justice Factor. A spate of new attacks on foreign nationals flared up across South Africa this week after violence broke out in Diepsloot in Johannesburg last Sunday. Clashes, looting, violence and killings of foreign nationals then followed in the Vaal, Port Elizabeth and the Free State. Why is this happening? Why isn't it being stopped? And will it continue? My guest to discuss these events are Gauteng MEC for Economic Development, NKOSIPHENDULE KOLISILE, Professor Loren Landau, Director at the African Center for Migration and Society at Wits University, and Mpane Baloyi, Chairman of Vukani Business Forum. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Mr. Baloyi, let me start with you. Are these your members who are attacking foreign nationals who own shops in these communities?
Okay, good day to you and the listeners. No, it's not our members, it's just a community. What do you want to say? First, our forum, all the forum in South Africa.
But your forum supports these people who are attacking foreign nationals in these communities?
No, we don't support them. We don't support any, which means our forum doesn't support or promote violence. What do you want to say?
Do you understand what they are doing?
No, these communities.
Do you understand why they are doing it?
Some of them, let's start with Diepsloot. In Diepsloot, when we had, they said, no, a Somalian guy shot one of the
allegedly.
citizens. Yeah, allegedly shot one of the citizens, two Zimbabwean citizens who are not even posing danger to him. So the community became furious. Yeah, the community, they went to his shop, they took all his, his stocks, throw it on the street. So the criminal saw the opportunity within that. They started stealing for those foreign shops, you see. But what do you want to say? Yes, attacking of foreign national is not what we support. We have seen it is growing even until into Port Elizabeth, Boysen Park. So the reason for our forum and the objective for our forum, we are fighting for economic space in our own country of birth. We have to understand that this democracy first must benefit the people of South Africa. And secondly, going forward, we've been trying to engage with the government since over the years, let's say from 2011. But
can I just stop you there? Explain this to me. So your members own shops in communities across South Africa or in Gauteng in particular, right? They own shops. Justice Malala from Somalia comes and sets up a shop nearby. He sells at a better price, which is good for the community, and you don't want him to operate.
You have to understand, when we do the investigation, according to the government, they said the asylum of those people is written, study, and work, which means priority must be study. But those people, they are provoking us. Does not mean that we hate them. They are provoking us because they fund you. Unemployment is very high in the country. You are opening a business, you are operating, you see. And on that running that tuck shop, you end up employing 3 to 4 people.
What do you want to see happening with these foreign nationals, Mr. Baloyi? Do you want them to be kicked out? What do you want them to? What do you want to see happening?
What we want, we as the forums, especially Vukani and other forums, we are saying no. The government must take these people into the camps, you see, because some of them they are very dangerous. You see, we have tried to discuss with them, but we see they are just.
How do you know they're dangerous?
They
are the ones who've been killed. I haven't seen pictures and front pages of newspapers of foreign national shop owners being killed. I've seen our people, South Africans, killing foreign nationals like these Somalis.
No, that one, you see, the problem is that the media, when they go there, they only advertise the foreign peoples. They don't advertise the South African. If I can check you, in Soshangube, in Hebron, there was a child who was killed by the foreigners. In Atteridgeville last year, we experienced the same thing. This year.
Sorry, I thought I thought you were saying these guys are business competition, that you don't particularly hate them. Now you're ascribing to them that they are killers, that they hate kids and so forth.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, are they competition to your business, or are they bad people?
No, to us they are bad people because, you see, we need our economic space in our own territory.
So they're bad people. This is a xenophobic. These are xenophobic attacks.
No, it's not a xenophobic attack. That's why if this matter, you know what, this matter, I'm proud because MEC is here. This matter, doesn't need somebody.
Let's ask MEC. He says it's your fault. You're letting these bad people into the country.
Thanks, Justice. I think the first justice we need to have here is that it must be safe for all people to trade in our space. South Africa belongs to all those who live in it. And I have been encouraging people from all walks of life in this province, that they must work together. We must find solutions. Let's get together. This question gets raised everywhere we go, and we have been very, very consistent as government that it can't be that the poor is attacking the poor when we are supposed to be competing. The area for our battle is where trading takes place. We must fight in trading, not in violent manner. We must compete, and government must continue to provide.
He's saying the playing field is not level. You've allowed. I don't mean to use his terminology, but you've allowed these foreigners to come in and take our space and kick us out of business, if I understand him well.
The playing field is even more leveled, and in fact in favor of South Africans, because South Africans own property. South Africans stay in the townships. These people do not own property. They get given the spaces by our own people. So it can't be that next day we rise up and fight against the same people who have given them our back rooms, our garages, and our spaces. And we are encouraging people to work and live side by side. Let's compete fairly. All that we need to continue doing as government is to provide an environment where it is fair, but it must be safe in South Africa and in this province of Gauteng in particular for everyone. We cannot, in this day and age, encourage
MEC KOLISILE,
talks.
I hear you speak about what should happen. What are you doing to stop these people being killed in such brutal manner as we've seen on TV and other places?
We have gone to some of these places. I was with Dr. Rob Davis in Orange Farm, even before these things, speaking to the people there convened by our ANC Parliamentary Constituency Office, where we are saying to the people who are bringing opportunities. I am putting aside more than 117 million rand in this financial year, 2013-14, for us to go into township, to build the township economy, to reindustrialize our areas, to help the informal sector. We will be training about 50 informal businesses, and 250 are going to be assisted over the next MTF. We are helping our own people, but it must never be at the expense of those who happen not to be born in South Africa. These are not even borders we created by ourselves.
He wants more. He wants you to put these people into camps.
No, there's no reason for that. It's not going to happen. In fact, that horrendous suggestion doesn't belong here.
What's going to happen if he doesn't put these people into camps?
You know what? We'll keep on talking to the government, engaging with our government. It's our
Will
government.
you continue to kill these people to drive your point home?
No, we can't. We don't support. We don't even allow to lose one life, regardless of it's South African or foreigners. But we'll keep on engaging with our government.
But the kind of talk that you're pushing, Mr. Baloyi, is leading to the deaths of people in Diepsloot, in PE, in the Free State, in the Vaal.
No, you can take it, but no, it's wrong.
No. I will quote to you. You said this week on 7 Eyewitness News that it's going to be war if government does not put people in these camps.
You know what? That is a newspaper. They were saying that it's a Time newspaper. They asked us.
No, it wasn't a newspaper. It was on Eyewitness News. You said on air to Govan Whittles of Eyewitness News that there will be war if these people are not put into camps.
You know what we were saying that.
So you said it.
Eh?
You said it.
I didn't say that. The newspaper said that.
It wasn't a newspaper. You were taped on Eyewitness News saying there will be war.
Okay,
I heard your voice.
All right. No, now I'm with you. I'm back to the memory. Yes, we say that, not because of we hate them. You know what? This matter doesn't need a public representative in government like MEC to come down on the structure, down the way the poor ass is.
But he was there. Professor Landau, let me bring you in here. What's going on here? Explain to me. This has been... I read your piece before what happened this past week, and you were saying we kill 3 people in xenophobic attacks every week in South Africa.
This is something that's been going on. There is real business competition, and I think we can't deny that. But the question is it fair? And as the MEC said, it is fair. If everyone is inspected, if everyone is held accountable to make sure their businesses meet standards, then it can be done fairly. I think that the kind of language of holding a whole group accountable for the bad behavior of an individual is extremely dangerous. the kind of language that we've been hearing, these people are dirty, they're here to create problems for us, they're going to rob us. This is language that I think we heard against migrant labor, black South African migrant labor 20, 30 years ago. This is a kind of language of hate that only reinforces these divisions. It's not going to solve unemployment, it's not going to create employment or jobs. I think we have to keep a realistic perspective on what's happening, look at the facts, and look at what is a sort of proactive way. Regulating business, promoting jobs, that's where the
What about politics? You refer to ward councillors being part of the problem here.
Well, I think ward councillors, local leadership structures, the civics, they do respond to their communities. They want to deliver something. And in the short term, getting rid of foreigners can get you a lot of popularity, but it's not going to resolve the issue. Give you an example. Mozambican we've spoken to, running a shoe repair business in Alexandra, kicked out because South Africans said they wanted his jobs. A year later, no one is running that business. These are the sorts of things that we see. What can we do to actually promote business? It's not going to be solved by kicking out foreigners.
What can we do, MEC KOLISILE?
We have done a lot of work already. We just last month, and we had representatives, I think it was the president of Spaza Shops Association in Braamfontein, in a hotel there, convened the informal traders, including the Spaza shop owners, talking to them. I think we need to continue with the conversation, and I welcome the view that says we need to talk with government as he was suggesting. That's one thing. But on the other side, we need to do more to ensure that we continue to propel the small economies from below, especially in the townships. And I think the initiatives government is putting, especially to respond to the questions of unemployment in the townships in particular, are going to yield some result. But at the same time, we'd want to encourage people that competition in terms of trading must never degenerate to a stage where we attack one another. All that we need to do is to find means and ways that make all of us competitive and beat one another in business, not in terms of what we are seeing. And what we say counts a lot at all times. I think Minister Rob Davis was largely misunderstood when he was proposing through his business regulation bill some interventions, because that sought also to deal with what some of the people complain about, that we do not understand who comes into our townships. That sought to really deal with that so that we can know exactly who the people are coming here, how do we regulate?
I do worry about that you're trying to formalize a system which would discriminate against foreign nationals. I'm a bit worried about it, but I don't want to.
That's not the case.
Mpane Baloyi here wants to make a point, and we've only got 1 minute. Mpane Baloyi, before I go to Professor Landau.
Okay, yes, I support MEC. That bill is right for Minister of Rob Davis. We do agree with it, so that it can save our business, you see.
I grew up in a township near you in Soshanguve. Yeah. I have to tell you, there are very many businesses by black South Africans which operated without licenses. Suddenly it becomes an issue when a Somali is operating without a license. I find that kind of thing, I'm taken aback by that.
Okay, you are right, because
do you run your own business?
It's closed.
It's closed. Did you have a license to run that business?
I've applied for municipality license
as
a
so
citizen.
You still don't have it?
I got everything, but only license. They are still checking, but I haven't yet been given the license. I got a document to show that I've applied for license. Regular municipality official are coming to my visit.
And the Somali who's running next to you, my best friend in Hammanskraal has a shop, and he's given that shop to a Somali trader who's trading in that shop. So he's fully legal, isn't he?
No, it's illegal because somebody with illegal with asylum is not allowed to trade a business in South Africa. They must work, they must study and work. Priority study.
No, but you want them to go to camps.
That's why, because they are not studying. They break the law of the republic. You see.
Loren Landau, we've been here before. 2008 was the most horrific, 60 people killed. Is this do you find from Mr. Baloyi, from the MEC, do we have a solution going forward? Is this going to stop as this week as we saw it spreading?
I think it's unlikely to stop. But the solutions of ensuring that the laws are upheld, whether it's applying to South Africans, whether it's applying to foreign nationals, is a way forward. Unfortunately, in many instances, the law is applied in an ad hoc way. licenses are applied, are given in an ad hoc way. Businesses are run in an informal and ad hoc way that upsets people. I think if we hold if business owners accountable, but also hold those who attack them accountable, we can make progress.
Professor Landau, Mr. Mpane Baloyi, MEC KOLISILE, thanks so much for your time. I'm sorry we've run out of time. I wish we had more. We could go to town on this issue. But good luck as you continue your valiant battle to stop these killings. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
After the break, our winner and loser of the week.